Salutations, Queen of Shade here, and I would like to formally, cordially welcome you to Season 3 of One-on-One with the Queen of Shade. Oh, we are so excited to be entering our Season 3 of One-on-One with the Queen of Shade. It has been quite an honor to speak to the most amazing Black and Latin men and women and Caucasians at times that live on the world's stage of social media. It has truly been an honor, and I have enjoyed every single moment of it. So listen, what you need to do right now is get yourself a snack and come on back to watch this show. Because, baby, we have so many wonderful conversations lined up for your viewing pleasure. These are not interviews. These are interviews. Show us what your soul looks like. Yes, we see you on social media, but let us see your humanity behind the beauty. Beauty is invincible, darling. But now, let's make it talk. So come on, let's get to the interview and enjoy it together. I love you very much, and thank you for supporting me for 3 seasons. Mwah.
Love and sex, fools know best. It's the ones that want control of me. When they buy, they pay my currency. Why do you act so surprised? Cause I make them feel alive again. Cause I make them feel like they can win. Cause I always let the record spin. Cause I never let the party end. Cause I make them feel alive again. Cause I make them feel like they can win. Cause I always let the record spin. Cause I never let the party end. Come on into my boudoir. Come on into my party. Come on into my boudoir. Come on into my party. Come on into my boudoir. Come on into my party. Come on into my boudoir. Come on into my party. Love and sex means parties. 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 Then the rules you can choose. We don't tolerate the enemy. What you do here remains judgment free. You're so safe here. Cause I make them feel alive again. Cause I make them feel like they can win. Cause I always let the record spin. Cause I never let the party end. Cause I make them feel alive again. Cause I make them feel like they can win. Cause I always let the record spin. Cause I never let the party end. Come on into my boudoir. Come on into my party. Come on into my boudoir. Come on into my party. Come on into my boudoir. Come on into my party. Come on into my boudoir. Come on into my party. Love and sex means parties. 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 Today's guest, Pharaoh, the Stallion of Sacramento.
Salutations! This is the Queen of Shade, coming at you to bring you a very special presentation. It is Season 3 of One-on-One with the Queen of Shade, and we are so happy and so elated to be here. We are talking and speaking and chatting with amazing people, men, around the world, and it is an amazing experience just to have a conversation. These are not interviews. These are interviews. We want to see your humanity, your soul, what you're like behind the brand that you've created. So having said that, I have a special treat for you today. This young man is a go-go dancer. He's a model, and he is also dubbed the Stallion of Sacramento. He goes by one word and one word only. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to my platform for the first time, Pharaoh. Hey,
Hey, how are you?
pretty good. I was saying, forgive me for my tardiness here. I was doing monologues and reminding the world of what made me go viral so many years ago, 13 years ago. But you came right on time,
Always do.
and you look good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
How's your day going?
It's been productive. It's been productive. Today's a reset day, so deep cleaning, moving furniture around, just having a good reset for the next coming winter months that are coming up.
Yeah, yeah. And we're entering a new season too. Libra season.
Yes, yes, and I'm a Libra rising, so this is in a way my season too.
I'm a Libra. So yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I'll be 43. Yeah.
You don't look, baby. You look fab.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been around for a long time. I heard this old adage when I was a child. I'm too old a cat for a kitten to scratch. Yeah.
I've,
It's an old saying, a very old saying. So, yeah, not too many people know that. So it's not mine, but I'm going to coin it right there.
okay.
Too old a cat for a cat to scratch. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Reaching out to you, I was so excited because I have had the pleasure of watching you from afar on social media for a number of years now. You are quite active, mister. Dancing all over, doing your thing. Like you are no, this is I want them to understand this is not just like a regular thing. Like people know your name. Wait. Even more seriously, people know your body. Ooh, yes, I've seen you doing your thing, and it's so amazing.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate for you watching my career just grow over the years and just seeing, I don't know, just the blessings and opportunities that have come. And I truly am thankful for everything that has transpired. It started off as just a simple side hustle, and then it's now becoming, in a way, a brand. So it's great to see it, though.
Yeah, I also see the value. Yeah, I see the value because it's one thing to dance, it's another thing to make a brand out of it.
Mm,
You're definitely making a brand out of it. You have adoring fans, both sexes, female and male. So yeah, you've really been busy, 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 busy. And it was kind of funny because I didn't even expect you to be able to answer my invitation so quickly because I see you're working all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I work a day job. I go dance, a model, and then I'm also writing a book. So, or I'm editing a book. I've already finished writing. I'm editing it and putting that into the universe and getting it published. So, yeah, I'm so many hats, so many jobs, but the key is just persistence and discipline. Honestly,
What made you want to write a book?
um, it's always been my passion to write. It's always been my passion to write. I actually consider myself more of a poet than a writer.
Yeah.
I would say I'm a poet that can write, and I stole that from Jill Scott because Jill Scott always says, I'm a poet that can sing. So I was like, you know what? I'm a poet that can write. So I consider myself more of a poet than a writer. But I got into writing um, during the Michael Brown shootings, and I wasn't necessarily protesting, and I felt like my protests. I didn't want my protests to be something external. I wanted to be something internal. So I started writing, and then eventually the writing became a book to address so many issues in the Black community. And I wanted my story. It's not necessarily my story, but a story to be told in order to make my change.
Yeah, that's, without telling too much. I mean, you've given us the backstory for your book. I'm really excited, but do this. Tell the audience a little bit about Michael Brown and what happened.
Yeah, so
Inspired you, basically.
what inspired me was really just the um the injustice that a lot of black men were facing. Um and the shootings inspired me to write, but honestly it wasn't until 2020 when George Floyd was brutally murdered for me to like pick up the pen. I'm like, okay, I got to take this seriously. I got to write a book. I If I'm not doing the protests outside, I have to do the protests inside. But it wasn't until I believe her name was Iyanna Dior. She was a black trans woman that was brutally attacked right after George Floyd, and by black people too, black men, and that broke me. That broke me, because here we are as black people protesting for white people to give us rights, but also killing our brothers and sisters at the same time. And that dichotomy, that paradox, inspired me to write this book. And I needed to tell a story. I needed to have a message of telling us black people that the change isn't going to be something external, it has to be something internal. It has to start with the internal first before we start seeing it from the outside. You know what I mean?
You know, I love where this is going. I love how you opened this up. This is so beautiful because during those shootings and during the George Floyd incident, a lot of people were protesting there. I'm from Philadelphia, so I'm all the way over on the East Coast. You're in California, but you are in California, right?
Yes, I am in
Just
California.
making sure. No, but no, you're in California, and I love what you said because I didn't go out myself and protest in the streets. I did what you did. I said, I'm going to use my platform. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to uplift, and it's something I've been doing for 24 years. I'm going to uplift Black and Latin men. I'm going to continue giving back by that way, shining the light, not just on beauty, but on everything about the Black man, his brain, his brilliance, his genius, the struggle. So I too took to doing my protest a different way. And I'm so glad that you said that because I've witnessed a lot of Black people kind of shaming other Black people for not getting out in the streets. But I love what you said and what you stated because you just illustrated what I felt. I never really said it online, but you just illustrated that there's more than one way to protest.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So like I appreciate that because Pharaoh, our people.
I know. We love them. Love them. Love them down. But there's always room for growth.
Get this. I'm gonna open up about something real quick.
Please.
So get this. I've been doing it's kind of funny because I'm on voice rest right now. So, excuse me. So what happens is I recently saw my ear, nose, and throat doctor. And you know, I walked away from a mainstream career because I did not want the wear and tear on my voice. I did not want to be one of those stars that started off fresh and vibrant. And there are many that shall not be named because I don't want to taint anyone's legacy. But we all know that, there's many that started off sounding so youthful, so beautiful, so relevant, so magical. And now they can't sing. And I didn't want that to happen to me, that when I step out to deliver, I can't deliver. So I call myself, just doing it on the internet. I call myself not going on tour when I was asked, when all those things, so walking away from major label, all those things. And I went to see my ear, nose, and throat doctor yesterday. And he told me, he said, you don't have polyps. You haven't damaged your voice, but you need to work with a vocal therapist, a speech pathologist, because 13 years of talking on the internet nonstop has taken a toll on your voice. And he said, you can fix it. It is an easy fix, but you're going to have to rest that voice. And I was voted most talkative in high school. So it's very hard for me not to talk because that's how I communicate. My voice is my instrument. That's how I do everything. So I asked him, I said, well, I have a talk show. Can I do that? He said, well, how long is the talk show? I said, about an hour. He said, that's only 1 hour a day out of 24 hours. I said, well, I also do monologues. He said, how long does that take? I said, about an hour. He said, okay, so that's 2 hours out of 24. So he was like, you can do that, but you need to rest your voice. I said all that to say this. Our people, for some reason, how can I say this? They want you to be, okay, so I got to just say it because I got to shoot. I'm Queen of Shade. I got to do it. They won't endorse methodical behavior or genius behavior or calculated behavior. They want you to be a project baby. They want you to be a public pain sharer. They want you to be so broken and busted down before they listen to you and take you seriously. Literally, I've been in the business of entertainment under the radar for 24 years. But 13 years ago, I literally had to dumb myself down to be taken seriously. I literally, now mind you, it was there. My cadence, the dramatic flair, it was there. My way with words. But I was shirtless. I had to literally be a spectacle for my people to even pull up a chair. And it happened. It worked. I went viral. But what they need to understand is it didn't just happen by happenstance. That was calculated. I planned it, and it happened exactly how I planned it. And I produced a global brand after it. But I find that my people can be so ass backwards when it comes to, I'm clenching my fist, I don't usually do that, but they're so ass backwards when it comes to really showing up for each other.
Right.
My platform, I lend my platform to so many people. I use my light because I realize that, being a true queen, a lot of times you will build other people's thrones before you sit on your own. Yeah. So I committed. That's who I am. I'll build your throne. I'll lift you up. I will exalt you. I will praise you. I will give you the light you deserve, the light they won't give you.
Right.
And for my people to go, well, you still cross dress and you're gay and I can get behind you. You're great. I take what you say, inspiration, I love that. But you still have this like stain, this scarlet letter. And then what's worse is they praise you to your face, but the conversations, and I realize this because I've been around people when I wasn't dressed like this who didn't know it was me. So I've actually heard the conversations, oh, he's brilliant, but he's gay.
Right.
It's such a limited market. And it's like, I started my brand because I realized I didn't need to go anywhere else. I realized that I needed to stay right where I was inside my community. And what people, and I said all that to say this, what people don't understand about us is we're Black and we're queer.
Exactly.
We're getting a double assault and a character assassination. And they do it so readily. Because of who I am, even my comments around social media get a lot of attention. Like I was looking at I made a comment last night about something on one of the big blogs pages. 9,000 people liked the comment. 9,000 people. And, I've known this about myself. I have influence. But that influence didn't come to me easy because the people that I had to fight We're my own.
Yeah, I I wholeheartedly relate. Think it's what you just said was a battle that many of us Black queer people face. And honestly, I think, in my opinion, that's what's stop. Please don't mind my dogs. They're
Oh, that's okay. We love animals.
okay,
Yeah, I
perfect.
got a cat running around here somewhere. Two of
Right.
them. Two of them.
But I know that it's a battle that I know that's stopping us, or I feel like it's hindering us from achieving humanity within our own community. Unity, exactly. It's stopping us from being united, and honestly, that's our greatest strength against our own oppressors is our own unity. Because if we don't have our own back, who else is going to have our back?
Yeah. Something when you said that, I had a memory. I did say something about the George Floyd situation. I remember now. I said, I am not about to frontline protest with all of my black and brown, you know, women and men. And then as soon as I'm done your protest, the protest for being black, you turn on me because I'm gay.
Mm.
I did say that. I said, I'm not coming out to your protests because you want me to fight side by side with you and lend my voice and my be counted as a number to give you numbers to intensify and strengthen your position in this argument. But then as soon as I do that, then you turn on me and stone me in the crowd because I'm gay.
But see, isn't that the same type of behavior we see with how white people treat Black people? So in a way, I'm angry at the cognitive dissonance in Black people to be like, do you not see how we treat each other in our own community is how white people treat us?
Yes.
And that's the shift. I'm like, I that's honestly that's my revolution. Like that's my call from whatever higher being you believe in, is that like I want us to recognize that cognitive dissonance and say, how can we change that? Let's look at it in the mirror and hold ourselves accountable and say, how can we change this?
Yeah. I'm pausing because I usually fill the space with commentary. I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I'm talkative. But I'm pausing today because I want the silence. I want them to hear the silence in between what we're saying. Because to tell you the truth, it is not up to you and I to fill that silence,
Mm-hmm.
to them to take responsibility and accountability and change. And so many people are calling for it. One of my favorite influencers, advocates, social media, everything. She's won awards. Hope Giselle, she did an address the other day about Black people and the coming together and the assassination of her because she's trans and her being Black at the same time and the double assault. And like, we're all saying the same thing. Angelica Ross, we're all saying the same thing. But the problem is our cries are falling on deaf ears.
Right.
Our people don't want to change. They don't want to change. And I'm not saying we should give up hope. I'm not saying it's a lost cause, but I'm saying it's not going to happen without a fight. And that fight has to happen internally. See, we got to step away from the white people and we got to pull each other.
Yes.
Like, bitch,
Right. Let's get it together. Right.
like we need to do that. Something else that recently happened. We all know about the death of Charlie Kirk.
Mm-hmm.
I was leaving comments under one of my he's a beautiful content creator and ally to our community, the Conscious Lee. Lee has been on my show twice, I think. Twice, not three times, twice. And we talk about these things. And I was leaving comments because I'm like, listen, this is what they do. This is who they are. And what angered me the most were the people firing back at me were not white.
Wow.
And literally, I had a girl say to me, a young girl say to me, well, a woman, she said to me, and you know, the shit, I'm a queen of shade, so I got her together real quick. Yeah. But she said to me, this is so ass backwards. You shouldn't be up here perpetuating this kind of hatred for a man that, you know, was a Christian, this is what X, Y, and Z. She went into it. But she said this, no matter what he stood, they're all saying this, no matter what he stood for, this is how they start. No one deserves to be assassinated for their opinion. Pharaoh, I didn't even hesitate.
I'm sure
I
you did.
said, listen, I said, oh, no one should be assassinated for their opinion. I said, tell that to your ancestors, whom all had the communal opinion that they should be free and not slaves.
Mm.
Crickets.
Right. I'm sure.
Crickets.
I'm sure.
Our people, I don't, this is, wow. I'm at a loss of words. I'm at a loss of words over this topic because it's like, what else can we say?
Right. How many ways can we say it? And how many times do we have to say it?
My grandmother, she's a retired teacher of 40 years. She used to tell me all the time, she said, listen, when I was teaching a lesson and I could look in my children's faces, second, third graders, she said, I could look in my children's faces and I could tell whether they were getting the lesson. And if they weren't getting the lesson, I switched it up and taught it a different way. Well, sweetie, we done switched. We done what the song say? We done switched it up. We done reversed it. We done repeated it. We done slowed it down. We done sped it up. We done added reverb. We done took reverb out. We done made it lower. We done elongated notes. Like, come on. This at this. I guess what I'm saying is, at this point, it's a choice.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. Especially if you are conscious of the problem too.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I give grace to ignorance. That's fine. You know, we're human beings. And due to lack of resources, that's actually plausible that you could be ignorant. But when you have all the knowledge, especially if you do have the resources, like a phone, to do research, you know, there's really no excuse. So I wholeheartedly agree.
Sit on social media all day, but don't go over to Google AI and ask questions.
Or pick up a book.
Well, black folk. I'm not gonna say they don't read, because I read, you read, I read, we write.
Right.
So, but what I'm saying, but you know what it is? Even our people, they don't understand how conditioned and programmed we have been.
Thank you.
They want, like the other powers that be, Caucasians, white folk, they want us to be distracted.
And dumb.
Oh, don't you going there? Get
Um,
the this is what I wrote. I made memes and then I did monologues. And I said, I talked about how I had to dumb myself down. I said the world does not want calculation. They don't want genius. They don't want methodical behavior because it threatens them.
exactly.
They want dumb.
Yes.
They
Yes.
will not embrace you if you're not dumb. They will resent you if you show any ounce of I'm not from the projects.
Right. Exactly. Because I'm sure. Let me guess. When growing up, I'll speak for myself because I'm sure you can relate to this. Is that growing up? I mean, of course, I was an honor roll student, but whenever I hung out with my black friends,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't use big words.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't use big words or I sounded too white. And there were times where I'd be like, why does intelligence have to equate with whiteness? Why can't black people be smart? I'm like, the same people that you idolize, like Malcolm X and Maya Angelou and Martin Luther King and, Toni Morrison, all educated. All of them were educated. So why is it that we idolize the intelligent people, but God forbid in our own community that common folk can be intelligent?
Yeah, I said that too. I said I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to portray myself as a common garden variety run of the mill influencer when I'm not. I'm a calculated entrepreneur that has been a calculated entrepreneur for 24 years of my life. But my black people, they weren't feeling that.
Yeah, exactly. But honestly, I believe that, and I appreciate your platform for giving so many people who've experienced what you experienced, where we're in the entertainment business, and in a way we do have to simplify ourselves into these small digestible brands that are often sexualized, that are often physical surface level. And you give us a platform to really show ourselves, to say, I'm not just this, I'm actually a human being, I have feelings, I have experiences, I'm actually educated. Like, you give platforms to people who have experienced what you experienced. So thank you, and I think that you have every right to be angry, but know that you're giving change and you're making a change. And what you're doing is inspiring other people to do the same. And that's honestly what's going to create that change, is having the courage to give more platform to other people who have different voices, and allowing us to speak, allowing us to be vulnerable, and to share our experiences, to show our humanity, so we can unite.
Bridge the gap. You're gonna make me cry because get this. You got see, get this. I had to. It's so crazy because now, see, oh, this is good. I'm waking up. I'm waking up. No, because this is a thing. Like when I introduced you, I had to say go-go dancer because that's what they know.
Right.
They don't know interpretive dance professional.
Right.
Interpreting modern music of today, the music of the time, interpreting that through that's too much. Go-go dancer. Oh, okay. But they don't understand that white people do the same shit we're doing and give it the title interpretive dance professional.
Right.
And it's
Right.
go-go dancing.
Right.
You're right. Like our people, they won't allow it. They won't allow, like it won't allow. I'm laughing. They won't allow it. It's like, yo, you're being duped, dude. Like you're duping yourself. Like it's the same fucking thing. It's
Right.
the same thing, but you receive it, and it's more palatable when a white person does it. But
Right.
here I am slaving my ass off,
Right.
doing the same thing and better.
Right.
You're like, oh well, that's luck.
No, I've experienced it. So I remember someone was talking about a white go-go dancer, and they called him a white go-go dancer, right? But then when they addressed me, because I turned them down because I wasn't interested, they're like, "Well, I don't want to be a stripper like you anyway." And I'm like, "Wait, how you gonna call me a stripper? But that white person that you were just talking about was a go-go dancer. I do the exact same thing."
You know what? I'm so sick. I'm so sick. Listen, I'm so sick of the rebrand, homogenized, die down of my people. I'm so sick of it because literally that's exactly what it is. It's not even apples and oranges, Pharaoh. It's apples and apples.
Right. But no
It's
shade.
straight up apples and apples. But my people will argue it's not the same because that apple came from Tahiti. Bitch, anywhere an apple is grown,
Right.
whether it was imported or domestic, is a fucking apple.
Right.
Pause for dramatic effect.
Right.
What the fuck? Like, yo, I love this conversation because clearly you and I are both very fed up with our people. We are trying to love them to life. We are trying, but there comes a point. And see, this is my question. Now, I got a question for you.
Mm.
When does it become acceptable to say, fuck it, find out on your own?
Mm. I would say when you get that initial feeling of being drained, that's the cue for you to stop and be like, or when they start asking you questions to teach them, that's the line where I feel like that's acceptable.
You know, in my 13 years as the Queen of Shade, I've never been drained.
Mm.
Never. And do you know, I'm going to piggyback off what you said to me about me. That's their saving grace.
Mm.
But they are not my energy source.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My ancestors, the divine. I remember in the beginning, I said, I was so scared, and I talked to my ancestors, and I said, I'm going to burn out. And my ancestors said, why would you? You are tapped into an infinite source. So there is an infinite amount of ways you can say or spin one topic. You will never burn out. That was 13 years ago.
Wow.
And you know what's sad? I say that to say this. Each and every Black person has that inside voice,
We do. We do.
has that connection to the spirit world and our ancestors.
We do.
We know when they're lying to us. We know when it's a cover up. We know when there's foul play. But we do it to each other. And then think that who we're doing it to, no alarm's going to go off. This is bullshit. You're gaslighting me. You're attempting to steamroll me. Consciously, I love it. I'm going to stay right there. I saw a clip yesterday and I posted it on my page. He said, why is it that God only tells white people they can have some land? He said, God ain't told no Black people, no indigenous people that they too can own land, that they too can have it. He said, but their God tells them you can have the land and y'all go kill all the indigenous people in that land because God said you could have that land. He said them and Zionists. He called it out. He was like, they the only ones that can have some land.
Right.
And you know, I was raised in the church from 10 to 20. I left because I remember being a child of 5 and 6 and being visited by my higher self and the divine and my ancestors. So I learned very quickly that the Christian God was not my God. Couldn't have been. Couldn't have been.
Yeah.
Couldn't. The God they profess can't possibly be my God. Can't possibly. No compassion, spinning the truth, stretching it, only making it for one origin of people, because we're all one race, the human race, but one ethnicity. I couldn't possibly be my God. I said, oh no, this can't possibly be my God. Can't, not at all. No,
Mm-hmm.
because my God forces me to remain open, to love beyond the herd. My community, even the gay community, the Black gay community, has tried to assassinate my character on so many occasions.
Yeah.
I'm still here.
That's a whole other topic too, because that's something that, like, as much as we Black queer people are angry at our own community for discriminating us and belittling us, not seeing our own humanity, we do the same thing. We do the exact same thing. There should be no discourse between Black gay men and Black trans women. There should be no discourse between Black bisexual people and Black gay people. There shouldn't be any discourse in the LGBT community. We're all we got. We're all we got. And let me just say that I I feel a bit disgusted when I see our own people hate on each other, or we don't protect each other, especially Black trans women and Black trans men, especially just the trans community. Because I know when I was growing up, when I was hitting the gay scene and the club scene and wanting to be a go-go dancer, it was the Black trans women and the drag queens that were teaching me how to move, giving me, the who to look out for, or, asking me if I'm okay. Like they taught me everything. They were in a way mentors. They were our in a way they for me they were my mother figures
I was
out.
gonna say it. You said it. I was gonna say it.
Because we're here. They were our mother figures. They were our mother figures, and some of them are father figures. Like Black gay men who are elder than us. They were also raising me too.
Yeah.
So how dare we hurt each other when so many of us in our own community want unity,
Yeah.
and who helped us become who we are, you know? So it's a bit disheartening, but I don't have hope, I have faith. I have faith that, you know, unity will come. And honestly, I think unity is going to come in the Black community when the Black LGBT community starts become united. I know it's sad to say, I know it's hurtful, and I know we're kind of fed up being the bigger person, but it is going to have to start with us.
Yeah.
And it has to start with us because most of our civil rights movements were started by Black LGBT people. So in a way, it has started with us and it's going to end with us.
Yeah, Bayard Rustin helped organize the entire civil rights movement with side by side.
Side by
Martin
side.
Luther King, and he's
But
gay. He was gay.
and demonized as a Black gay man. He had to be quiet. So it's like, and I'm sure there was a lot of DL Black people that were raising those signs.
There always are, honey.
Yeah,
That's a whole nother show. That's a whole
right. That's
nother
right.
show. That's a whole nother show. But you're right. Like, okay, I'm gonna say this because it's me. The LGBT, I'm getting goosebumps. That lets me know spirit shows up when I get kind of like indications. The LGBTQIAP plus community, we are the spirit guides. We
Yes,
are the shaman. We are
yes,
the oracles. We are the
yes,
guardians to the divine. We are
yes.
the gatekeepers. And get this, every other community knows that. But we don't know that.
Well, I mean, there's a reason for that. There is a reason. There is a reason. I mean, it wasn't honestly. I didn't know that back in West Africa there were. I didn't know back. I didn't know till honestly 5 years ago. 5 years that West African culture celebrated LGBT people. I didn't know that. They don't teach us in our schools. They don't want us to know that in our schools. So, but it took it. I had to do that research myself. And once I realized that a lot of our ancestors worshipped, respected, and sometimes idolized LGBT people as shamans, oracles, guides. I realized at that moment, okay, so because of that, we're gonna have to do it. It's our purpose. It's our job. It's our calling. It's what we have to do.
Get this. It is not by happenstance. The world has tried to dumb it down, but it is not by happenstance that we assist with everything. Hair, makeup, telling you fashion, this, that. That is not by accident.
Mhm.
We are also the guardians of progressive change and art and creation.
Yes, yeah,
Period. Creation. And my thing is, I've watched so many straight women, straight men try to downplay that. And it's like, sweetheart, you can't downplay that because the first Moment you get in trouble, who do you call? You're sitting in our chair at the salon crying while we do your hair. Like, come on. Like, are you serious? And that's another thing. And there's an even bigger assault from our community on femininity. And the ones that have the divine feminine, me included. Like, it's like, hello. I have delivered 13 years worth of monologues that I wrote. Literally, I never missed. I never missed. I hit my mark every time. Channeling. 13 years. It's something like over 50,000 of them.
Wow.
And I never missed. I never that should tell us. That should send a signal.
Mm.
Like, all right, she ain't burnt out. She don't miss. What's going on here? Because if they ask, I tell them the same power lives inside of you.
Mhm.
Yes, because you're black. Yes, because you're black. This thing is ethnic specific, ethnicity specific. Because you are black, you have the same thing.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I'm not tired. Like I said, I'm not tired of them. I'm disheartened,
Mm.
but I am not willing. And that's the thing. I'm not willing to abandon us.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm not willing. I won't do that
Yeah.
because in what other in what other community am I going to stand other than black and gay?
Right.
Where, like,
Right. Because no other community likes us. To be honest, let's just
to
keep
be
it.
honest,
And we definitely saw that with this election. We definitely saw this with this election that it's not POC. Honestly, I stopped saying POC. I was like, no, fuck POC. It's black and POC, okay? Because black people, we did our part. We did our part. But y'all are now just catching up. Y'all are just now realizing now that you should have voted. You should have stuck on our side. I'm saying.
this man is only in the first year of his presidency.
That's what I'm
He
saying. We still got.
is. I'm gonna use the southern term. He fitting to run ragged for the next.
Ooh, I know.
He fitting to. Oh, he going drag the whole country. Like when
Right,
I tell you he gonna drag the whole country, He is right
right.
now dragging her, honey,
No, right.
dragging her for Phil.
He's dragging America on that sidewalk and beating her head on that on the curb. Okay,
Honey.
and America's crying, "Help me!" And black people like, "Girl, we just with our cameras." I told you. What are black people's favorite phrase? I done told you.
Yep.
I done told you. You didn't listen, but I done told you already.
Yep. Like it's so funny because like you said, we did our part.
We did.
Did it. Vice President Kamala Harris. She told us.
I told you.
Listen, she told us verbatim what was going to happen.
Right.
And get this. And once again, it wasn't the fact that Caucasians didn't have our back. Black men voted against the black woman being president.
Mm. Yeah.
And this is the thing. I've heard it said so many times. So a black woman can run your household, but she can't run the country. She can raise you without a father, but she can't run the country. She can feed you, put you through school, all without a father, but she can't run the country.
Yeah.
And then I'm even gonna go here too. And the fact that she was married to a white man,
Mm.
made that such a problem. And it was like, honey, she loves who she loves. She still claims her blackness. Then it was, oh, I don't even know. We had legends. I'm not saying no names,
Mm.
but we had icons and
Mm.
legends. questioning this woman's ethnicity.
I,
Are you shitting me?
I, I know. Isn't that sad? It's sad. But I will say I will give credit to the 70 to 80% black men that did vote for Kamala. I won't give them the props. Y'all did that, and black women too. 93%. Come on now, like that. I give credit, but to the black people who didn't vote or who voted the other way, what did Harriet Tubman say? She can't free all the slaves.
Right. Right. Can't.
Can't free them all.
Can't. Because you know what's so crazy? The system that created them still needs a couple.
Yes. Ooh. Wow. There it is, right there. It needs us. Honestly, that was actually listening to a podcast. They were talking about white patriarchy and just our America's system, white system. It depends on black people. It depends on us. If we were to have our own country, America would fall. It would fall to shambles
Quickly.
Right? Actually, it's funny, in the podcast they said within a month.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that too. I saw that. And he was so right. He was like day 14, day 13.
Right.
Like, please. Like I saw another podcast and I posted that clip. The number one influential culture in America, studied by scientists and everything, was black culture. I listened to a Caucasian lady, a white lady. I'm going to say white because she was white. This white woman was white. I mean, no mixes, no nothing. This was an Anglo-Saxon female. This woman, yes, I had to go there. This woman said, without blacks, white people, you will have no culture. None. No flavor whatsoever. I was like, oh, wow. I was like, you ain't even give him a little bit. She's like, no, because everything was misappropriated from other ethnicities.
It really is.
Demographics. And it's like, oh, this conversation is going, woo. Like, it's just, like, you know what it is? Like, it just, once again, we're using the platform to raise awareness that we need to do better. We need to do better. We need to be better. We need unity. If you don't like me because I'm gay, you're the problem. You're the problem. I'm not after you. Like, we got standards too.
Right.
We got standards. We got all kinds. There's an entire freaking infrastructure to our community as a whole. We are not just some marginalized community. Like, we got our own shit.
Right.
Own shit. I rose to power as the queen of shade, staying in the LGBTQIA people plus community. I didn't go straight. I didn't do that. I didn't need to.
Right.
To stay my black ass where I was. My black gay ass needed to stay with other fucking black gay people.
Right.
And get it. Then the Caucasians. Oh, queen, I love you. Oh, this and that. But, they still too, I'm not going to lie, love them too. But y'all still do only for sex. Only for sex. Only for the fantasy. Only for this. Because then they hide behind their privilege as well. When shit goes down, they remember very quickly that they are not a part.
Right.
And they separate. And what this is today is just a call to action. It's a call to action. Like, I'm tired of saying we need to do better. I'm going to say, because I'm tired of saying that, we have no choice.
Right. Right. Because the thing is that, listen, the world is damn near burning.
It's burning, baby. It's burning.
America, white America is crumbling. We're seeing it crumble. Once it crumbles, what does that say to us? We have to get our own shit together. We have to start building our own businesses and, making our own spaces, because once that's out the way, because the thing is, we have to build our own communities, because and this is how I think, I'm thinking that once white America crumbles, guess who they're going to turn to rebuild it up? unless we have our own power to fight back and say, no, you're not going to actually, we're not going back. We're not going back.
It's going to be slavery all over again.
Is that
Build our empires again.
exactly? And just to, I love how you said that, like, you know, just because, you know, we're gay, we're still black at the end of the day. I like to bring back that metaphor. You talk about apples and oranges. It's like, listen, we're all apples. We may have been grown on a different branch, but we're still grown on the same tree.
Get
And we're
this.
still apples at the end of the day.
I'll go even further. Even if we ain't on the same tree, we in the same orchard.
Thank you.
We in the same orchard.
Right.
Like, are you kidding? And get this. Even if we aren't in the same orchard, if your orchard is internationally somewhere else and mine is domestic, we are still apples.
Exactly.
We don't have to be in the same orchard. We don't have to be grown the same way. We are all apples. It don't matter where. It don't matter where. An apple, a banana, an apple is an apple everywhere.
Right.
The entire world calls an apple an apple.
Right.
It's
And
in
I
so many languages. And
exactly. Mm.
now you're about to say something. Go ahead, baby.
I was going to say that I love what I love about the LGBT community, especially the Black LGBT community, is how accepting we are. We're not perfect. I will say we're not perfect, but we are really accepting of each other and also other identities as well. And I say that because I remember last week I danced at Oakland Pride, and I remember I was on the stage, and I just remember I saw so many different faces, so many colors, so many identities, and it was just great to see that Oakland Pride, which is primarily a Black gay space, held, and it's a small space at that, held a lot of space for a lot of other people. And it was beautiful to see. So it really goes back to that saying that we were talking about, is like Black LGBT people. It's our responsibility to show unity so we can inspire other people to be united.
You know what's so funny? I'm laughing inside. You want to know why?
Why?
Because everybody gonna click this video to see a go-go dancer. And they got a scholar and a gentleman.
I appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that they,
I'm gonna say it like a Black person. Ain't that about a bitch? They like, oh, I love him, and da 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 da. Yeah, I see him on social media, and then they click this, and they gonna be like, who is that?
right. I love that though.
Me too. That's why the platform was created.
Right, exactly.
Literally. To showcase the humanity behind what we see and know. This is the inner view. And literally, they're seeing what your soul is made of. You're dancing, you enjoy it, you pursued it, but you have the unity of your community on your mind 24/7.
All the time. I've always been for Black people. I'm getting a little emotional.
Uh-huh.
I've always been for the Black community. With every job that I've had, it was always for Black people. The longest job that I had, I remember, was working for a Black gay HIV clinic, and I was advocate. I was that man that was go-go dancing at the club, but giving the same Black men that were tipping me prep.
Yes.
Prep navigator. I was a prep navigator. I worked for so many Black I worked for so many nonprofit organizations, with Black or white, and all of my programs were for Black people, Black gay people. I've always been for Black people, especially Black gay people. And I had the duality of entertaining them, but also uplifting them in my day job too. So it was like I was uplifting them during my day job, and then get down to the the thong and shaking my ass, and just entertaining them. So no, ever since I was in my 20s, I have been working in nonprofits helping our community because I love Black people and I love Black LGBT people so much. And I've seen our struggles, and I know that no one else is going to help us but ourselves. So it felt like in my duty, I have to do something, you know?
You know what baffles me? What baffles me is that social media is a glimpse,
It is.
and they feel, and there is connectivity there, but we don't know.
Right.
We don't really know.
Yeah.
You sit down and have a real conversation with somebody. You don't really know where their passion lies. And I'm going to say this right now, and I'm not going to get emotional. You turned out to be even more spectacular than I already saw you to be. Because, see, people have to understand, I don't just pick these guys because they're beautiful. I
Mm,
pick you guys because I can see with my third eye that
mm,
there's more there. You just said, I've worked in nonprofits helping my community since I was in my 20s. Literally dancing. I'm just repeating and giving them prep. Like the personal accountability to your own, the humanitarianism
yeah.
of it all. No one would ever know.
Yeah.
They're going to know now.
And I appreciate that. I do. Because you're right. They see my Instagram and they only see the Stallion in Sacramento, but they don't see the humanitarian efforts and they don't know the humanitarian efforts. And, you know, I will say it is a bit disheartening because most of the time I'm getting a lot of messages of, Black men who just sexualize me, and it's always asking when can I get a private dance, or you know or
They're trying to Tina Turner you.
they they, they try to.
Private dancer.
No, they are. They're trying to pin me out. They are, but and it is disheartening because I'm a romantic too. So, I would love to fall in love, but um, it's just a bit disheartening because it's like it's. I want to say, but that's just not all of me. That's not. Yes, I am the Stallion of Sacramento. I'm grateful to be that, but I'm also more than that. Like I'm a I'm a three times deanless, college student, honor roll. I read books. I do humanitarian efforts. I've written a book. I've published poetry. There's so much more to just the Stallion, and very similar to the original Stallion, Megan the Stallion. She's a rapper, but she's also a college graduate. She's intelligent. She's a brand. She's an entrepreneur. She likes anime. There's so many things to her. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I need to showcase more of that in my Instagram. But
No,
um, I appreciate the platform that you give to us go-go dancers, sex workers, people who are in the entertainment industry. This platform to show ourselves.
get this though. No, you don't. You keep showing what you're showing. Because I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
This right here is a privilege.
Mm,
And not everybody has access to a privilege such as this. Nope. Nope, you don't need to say nothing. See, long gone are the days of loving somebody for deeper meaning or deeper reasons. They are just like, oh, this is it, or this is all the body, and this is that and the other. Go ahead, yeah. You like the body? I'm glad. Yeah.
right.
Honestly, I love doing it. When I'm not dressed like this, I walk around, I'm kind, I'm courteous, I don't play. What I love about my fame and my notoriety is that not everyone knows I love that because it allows me to still walk around and be treated in a real manner.
Mm,
Not because they know I'm a public figure, not because they know I'm an international recording artist. Like, literally, I love that because I get to see the character of people before they find out the brand.
mm. Wow. No, wow, that's powerful. And you're
It's a,
right.
it's a test.
It is.
Test.
No, you're absolutely right. It's a test. It's a test to see who's going to come correctly. Who wants to know Pharaoh or who wants to know the real me? You know.
Yeah. Because I guarantee you, you put that out there. See, this is the thing. I always talk about, oh, I hire escorts. That's I've been celibate 13 years, but when I start having sex, I will hire escorts because I am such an entrepreneur. I needed to go the way that I needed to go, and I don't the free you don't get what you get what you pray for, which is nothing. So no, I need specific criteria. It's just beautiful and this and that. I just need it to be to fit my entrepreneurial mindset. And then when we're done, I need you to get out of my way until I need you again. And a professional understands that. And there's no like, oh, you hurt my feelings, or oh, you ghosted me, or oh, there's none of that. You got your money. I wired your account. Thank you so much for your services. I look forward to you next week. Same time, same place, maybe a different hotel. Like, I need that in my life.
Mm,
Like I said, I'll be 43 the end of this month, September. And the first time I tried to have a boyfriend was when I turned 40 years old. And I chose someone that I had known and loved for 20 years. And he still he couldn't cope with this.
mm.
Couldn't cope with this. And I don't mean this. Like, I mean, he still wanted to see me as the person he met when I was 19. And that visualization, that way of thinking, he couldn't handle this. And when I broke up with him, it was very Hollywood. He didn't know. He like we had an argument. I asked him, "Do you want to talk about this?" He gave me some snippet, snide remark, and I said to him, the last thing I said to him was, "I have some decisions to make." And then that was it. And I literally went public. And it was so crazy because he was overseeing and officiating a gay wedding when the news hit that we had broken up. He didn't even know. The world knew before he did. But my attitude was this: the moment you disrespect me, I don't owe you an explanation or a heads up
Wow.
to
Mm,
cut you loose. Once you disrespect me, I don't owe you 2 weeks' notice.
mm,
It's effective immediately.
mm.
And it's kind of funny because I was talking to a photographer. I started in fashion many, many years ago. And I was looking at a photographer's page that started me, gave me my start in the beginning. And he said, like, he saw today. His name is Stephen Hutchins. He's local here in Philadelphia because that's where I am. But he's shot everybody. Like, it's a beautiful thing. He's had a beautiful career, beautiful, very, very. This man is a visionary. He can tell you how to do it, when to do it. He predicted all of this. Like, and I was saying that in my comment to him. But he was the one that told me. He was like, listen, you romantic attachment is not something you need. He was like, because you're going to look up at 40 years old and wonder why you're still in the projects with no money with this man whom loves you half-heartedly. And he told me that, and I was about 20. And literally, he was right. As the queen of shade, get this, as the queen of shade, I have given men more money than ever.
Right.
Say, Queen, can you help me here? Queen, can you help me there? And what's worse about it is they don't see it as a loan. Like, bitch, pay me back.
Right.
Back. Like, pay me back. Like, I need my coins. Like, what do you think? I need my coin. Like,
Yeah.
and they don't realize I give the money as a test.
Mm,
Everybody, because I have to look at this. I have to test. I realized many years ago that it would be hard to make new friends.
Mm,
I realized that from a certain point of going viral and reaching Europe and all these things from sitting right here, it's all started right here. I realized that no one coming in my life after they came into the realization of the Queen of Shade was going to be completely honest with me.
mm,
They were coming because of the Queen. That's why. And what I said when I was saying to you to circle back around, don't put that out there. It's the test. They got to work for that. Is because once you put that out there, you're going to get a whole bunch of people that cater to that just to get you.
mm,
They're going to put on the airs just to get you. So if you can throw them off the scent and not really tell them what you're really looking for, you still get to see what they're like before they put on the mask and the facade, and then you're going, oh, I thought he was really into me. He checked every box. No, he didn't. He studied online what you said you wanted, and he became that.
mm. Wow. Wow. Okay. You preaching to
Listen, you gotta watch these mofos. Listen, I love our community, but you gotta watch it. They will cater to the money. They will cater to the, not even just the money. They will cater to the reward.
mm,
That's where they will cater. Only to the reward.
mm,
Not to you. And that was something I learned very painfully. Many men I've had to let go of because they cater to the reward, not the person. So
mm. Wow. No, you're absolutely right. Wow. No, I think that's, thank you for that.
you're
Thank
welcome.
you. Thank you. I think you're absolutely right that what what we put on the internet is a test,
Mhm.
especially for people who have big hearts like us. It's a test. It's a gate in a way. It's a gate. It's a fence. It's something to protect us to see who's going to come in genuinely and who just wants the public figure.
Yep. Yep. And I learned that we all need to do that for ourselves because as influencers, as famous public figures, you're a famous public figure as well. You are known. Literally, people know you when you dance, when you're around, like they know you. So this is the thing. I find that precaution is necessary because when you look at mainstream entertainers, everyone is vetted. There are background checks. There are all these things. And guess what? We got to do the same thing. We got to do
Mm-hmm.
the same thing. Long gone are the days of just meeting a man and really liking him. No, 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 sweetheart. I need a background check right now. This is this man's name. Find out.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know what you're walking into.
Yeah.
You got to play it before it plays you.
Ooh. Yep. That there it is right there. You got to know the game. You got to know the game before you play it.
Listen, because we will, these people are convincing, Pharaoh. They're convincing. These people on the internet, and I'm talking about my community, especially the black gay community, they think they have me convinced that they love me. They don't love me. They're threatened by me. They're intimidated by me. And when they realized that they couldn't beat me, they decided to join me. And the gag is, they don't think I know.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to last 24 years in entertainment. Walk away from mainstream. They didn't put me out. I walked away. You don't get to do that and not know. You don't get to be a prophet, a shaman, an oracle, a seer, a healer, clairvoyant, mediums, phoenix. All these spiritual gifts, you don't get to do that and not know what's around you.
Right.
These people do not love me. They see me and what I offer. See, that's the thing. What I offer is medication. They need the medication, but they want to take the medication and reject the giver.
Mm-hmm.
They want to reject the medicator. They don't want that because, oh, this bitch just thinks she's too much. She's just too much. She's just too much. And they think I don't know. But every night, before they close their eyes, they got to come hear what I said. They got to come listen. So that's the relationship I give them. That's where you meet me, on the internet. That's my office.
Mm.
So, oh, well, you didn't come to Pride, or oh, you didn't go this, or no, you didn't go that. I don't party with people that don't like me. I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I know they don't like me. And you think I'm going to walk the street in a Pride situation? Do you know what I've done? The medication I have provided? No, not hardly.
Mm.
Not hardly. You got to test everything.
Right.
This conversation today, I think we both needed this.
Right. I needed it too. And yeah.
Before I let you go, because we blew through our time just talking.
Right.
That's
I
the
feel,
point.
I feel like we can go another like hour or two,
That's the
honestly.
point. And guess what? If I didn't have to feed my grandmother who's recovering from surgery, we would have.
Right.
We would have. Because I don't, it's just a conversation. Because see, we're here just plying, just sharing our truth.
Mhm.
And what I find is, this is what they absorb the most. Because they
Mhm.
like, oh, I never saw that coming. Never saw that coming. And I'm like, baby, it's a lot you're not going to see coming from me.
Right.
It's a lot you're not going to see. But I tell you one thing, I'm going to dictate how close you get to me.
Mhm.
Always.
Mhm.
Always. I used to do these rants, and I would say, honey, y'all ain't never seen me, and you never will. I get people all the time. Yes, I'm very upfront about it. I get people all the time, oh, I want to meet you one day. I say nothing. Because do you know what kind of planetary alignment is going to need to happen for you to lay eyes on me physically? Do you know
Mhm.
what kind of celestial event will need to happen?
Mhm.
What kind of solar and lunar eclipse will need to happen? Honey, you ain't gonna never see me.
Right.
Are you kidding? You ain't gonna never be able to reach out and touch me. I went to a club one time. They were standing around. One of my man friends was taking me. They were trying to grab me out of line. They were trying to just to touch me. I said, "Oh, that was when I was early in this. That was YouTube days." I said, "Oh, I'll never do this again." And he wasn't much help either. He just walked on. I looked at him like, I'm following
uh,
you. Hello? Do
uh-uh.
something. You're 6'4". Do something. I'm 5'11". Do something. I said,
No.
oh, I'm never gonna do this again. I ain't gonna put myself in these situations.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, are you kidding? And even with a protection detail, because that's coming. Like even with it getting to that level.
Mm.
See? And you know what's so crazy? I'm the type of person where all my guys, you included, I'm the type of person that calls you out of this and says, let's do lunch quietly. Like, let's do lunch. Let's go to a real restaurant, no hotel rooms. We're not getting room service. Bunk that shit. Like, like, let's sit down at a real restaurant and eat and really, like, that's, to me, that's more valuable.
Mhm.
Because we started it here. you know? So it's like, let's sit down. And I love when I do that because then they sit down with me and be like, oh, you exactly the same way. Yes. Like, hello.
Yeah.
See, the wonderful thing about, well, actually, the downside and the wonderful thing about not being mainstream is I didn't have a brand published for me. I gave the world exactly who I was
Mm.
and built the brand later. So they got to see this me. It's polished now, but at the same time, like this is what you get. because I didn't have the luxury of hiding behind someone else's creation and image of me. I only had me, so I had to give the world me. All right, listen. It flew. Season 3, I end every conversation with a question for you. What is, in your opinion, or what is your definition of natural or true beauty? What is your definition of beauty?
My definition of true beauty would be the courage of someone to showcase the divine light within themselves.
You better say that again. I love that. I love that. Say that again.
My definition of true beauty is someone having the courage to showcase the divine light within themselves.
You're absolutely right. Like I've asked everyone. You are absolutely right. Because in that bravery, you see the soul shine through.
And you see someone's authentic self,
Yeah, the essence.
the essence of who they are, and it's beautiful.
Hmm. Hmm. Don't go away. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard the vocal stylings of the Stallion of Sacramento, Pharaoh himself.
So did you enjoy? I know that I did. It is always a pleasure to speak to one of my boys or girls and have conversations that are meaningful. I hope that this conversation gave you a few nuggets that you could take into your own life, activate, and get changes and results for the better. So listen. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, you might want to do that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Queen of Shade. And then after you do that, you need to go to my main page, scroll down to season 1 and 2, and watch them both. I love you. And I do this because it is an amazing opportunity to bring humanity to some of the most beautiful people in the world that you've never really heard speak beyond just a few segments on social media. Conversation is important. Back and forth, the dialogue, networking. It's how we all get anywhere in life. Trust me, baby. If you're not networking, you might as well start, because I guarantee you, networking will get you further than any money exchange ever could. As I said, I love you. And remember, I am the Queen of Shade. That is a fact and not a mother opinion. Mwah.
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Don't worry, I'm a professional. TheQueenofShade.com. That's right, TheQueenofShade.com.